Hey everybody, this is Tony.
And this is Paul, and we're coming at you from the Friends for Life podcast, where we discuss the ongoing lives and issues of people with developmental disabilities to spark positive change in the field.
And we have a lot of fun doing it.
Making sure that individuals are reaching the goals they have set for themselves. That's one of the many goals of Assured Health Services. If you're looking for a residential care provider or searching for ADS services, Assured Health is your go-to place. Assured Health, helping others succeed. Learn more at assuredhealthohio.com or call 419-442-8066.
Well, Cindy, welcome to the Friends for Life podcast. Are you having fun out here at the Tech Fest?
Yes, I am.
Yes? Do you find any cool stuff that you think would be useful for you?
Yes.
What's your favorite so far?
Well, so far it's the fall tech that I can take when I go for a walk. And if I fall or something, help can arrive quickly. Nice. And also I like the silverware that was soft, but yet it don't have a lot of weight to it. But I like that because I got rheumatoid arthritis in my hands, and that really helps me hold on to my silverware. And also I like that. I like the technology that I can talk to someone if I run into, if I have a question like on cooking or whatever, and I don't have staff there with me in person, I could do that. I could just push that button and they'll come on and explain to me. And I'll tell you, nowadays, your technology it's funny how technology can help certain ways. Mm-hmm. And I do wear hearing aids, and I got Bluetooth hooked up to the phone, and all I have to do is push a button there on my hearing aid to answer the phone. When they introduced me to that, I thought, I don't know if I really want to get that, but now that I got it, I love it. I'll tell you, I'll never go without that again.
I hear that. So you use a lot of this technology already.
Yeah.
Are you? So, I mean, if you had to talk to other people and tell them that they can be more independent, what would you say? I mean, how would you explain it?
Well, I'd explain to them that this technology, I'd tell them about this technology and tell them that really helps, that it really helps in daily tasks and every day. I mean, your everyday tasks that can really help.
I see you have some machinery that you're utilizing. That is a very awesome looking chair. What kind of, I feel like you have your own personal vehicle, your own car now.
Yeah.
How do you keep your upkeep on your vehicle looking so pristine and nice?
Well, my mom helps out with the disinfecting wipes and cleans it off very well. So.
Do you think that that's something like people should know, because it's very important? I think
it's very important nowadays since COVID hit the U.S. and that's what more people should know about.
Gotcha.
Of how to be safe and from some deadly virus.
Yeah, and I know that through the past couple of years, you probably went through a lot of changes yourself.
Yeah, when it first hit, I had emotional problems. I was hit very hard.
Yeah, and he takes in, he's an information guy, so everything he was hearing and remembering and worrying about a little bit, weren't you?
Yes.
So we had to get past that, because you didn't go to school for the whole year after?
Yes.
So the March end, and then the next year he didn't go to school either, just because we haven't even talked much about what's going on with you, but you can't, COVID's not a real good idea for you, is it?
No.
Nope. But he does a good job. No.
Do you want to explain a little more, or do you want to just leave that there?
I'll explain a little more.
Yeah.
It made me nervous to other stuff that I thought they were going to harm me, but in reality, no. All of that was just me being a little crazy, but
Well, I wouldn't even say that that's you being a little crazy, because right now, what I've noticed is all of these social media antics that people like to put out there, and it's a whole bunch of confusing information.
yeah.
And if you don't know enough about something and it's just constantly bombarded at you
Yeah.
in a whole different light, I mean, what are you supposed to think? So you're perfectly fine to feel that. That's far from crazy. If anything, I think that's more rational than a lot.
But over time, I've gotten better at containing myself and
And you found good ways
found
to
good ways to,
still do things.
yeah.
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 Well, it's a very stressful time for everyone. I mean, it was very tough because, we didn't when all of that stuff happened, I was working at a different job than I do here now with Tony. And it was just like, it didn't feel like it was real, is this really happening? Like I've never in my life been told you can't go to work anymore. Like that's scary,
Of course, it is very scary.
Yeah. We filmed a video during that time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a little exercise video online for kids because I couldn't see anyone in person, but he came in one day and we filmed a little footage of that. That was entertaining.
Ooh, I want to see it. Is it on YouTube?
Nah, he's somewhere, yes. In the school somewhere, YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What kind of exercise was it? I mean, it's hard to exercise at home,
It is. We did all seated exercises, didn't we?
Well, I used
Balloon. Yep.
yes, and there was cones in there where I practiced my driving with my wheelchair.
Yeah. He's
And-
pretty smooth. I mean, he's a really good driver in this.
Probably better than me.
Yeah.
Does that thing have automated, like Tony's car has like this automated thing where it like keeps you in between the lines or something?
No, he's got to do it all by himself. Show him what it does.
Yeah. I move with a stick right here, and simply I just back up,
Now
and
show
then
him
I
the-
just go forward.
Wait, just back up and show him the cool part.
But the cool part is that I do this.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Isn't that cool?
That's king mode right there.
How high does that thing go?
Whoa.
It's almost there. It's like about 3 feet.
What does it let you do at school right now? Sit where?
In the high tables at my school, there's a senior lounge there, and I get to sit as high as those tables.
He now sits in the senior lounge and eats his lunch like a king. I mean, pretty much like a king.
Is that, you can intimidate people that way too? Like, what did you say to me?
Excuse me?
Get up real tall like that?
Yeah. I'll be real
I'm
intimidating.
I'm intimidated right now. It's very rare that I have to look up to people because I'm pretty tall myself. But that's awesome.
I know. It's
Do you have a
All
name?
kinds of stuff, like it stands up straight,
Hey,
What?
let's see
lays out
this.
flat.
it also
the
weighs all
Cadillac of
flat, and
That is sweet, man.
it makes me comfortable when I have to
It
take a
goes
nap or
like
something.
7.5 miles an hour.
Wow.
It has indoor speed and outdoor speed. And outdoor speed is like 7.5 miles an hour.
What?
It's fast.
I think we should set up a race in the parking lot.
I think
Little
so.
demo action.
Blindfolded.
You, got lights. You have lights on there too, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Outdoor
it's
lights.
going down.
yeah.
We good. You got to be blindfolded.
Tony's going to
though.
be blindfolded and I'll film it.
Okay, I'm down.
Why not? Yeah.
I'll narrate it. It'll be good. I'll let that happen.
Well, Mitch, you mind if I ask you something personal?
Yeah.
Because I want us to actually get some stuff in context so we can help other people who are going through maybe some of the challenges that you have to go through in life. Do you mind sharing with our audience what is your diagnosis and like how has that affected you?
Well, to be honest, it's a very tough question, if you ask me. But
Want Jada to answer that question?
can
Do you want me to tell him what you have?
yeah,
So he has Duchenne's muscular dystrophy,
Okay.
right? And what does that impact, Mitchell?
it impacts my muscles.
Yep. So it makes him not do what?
It doesn't. Well, it just makes me really tired quickly.
Yep. And
when
we've
I
had
have to do exercises.
right, and we've had to adjust a little bit of what he can do. He walked up until the 8th grade, 7th grade, a little bit in the 8th grade. Yeah. He once walked for yum yum sauce in the 8th grade. Remember that? When he put yum yum sauce down? Yeah. He took off for that yum yum sauce, a whole bottle of it.
It was 99 steps for the large blizzard.
Oh, that's
It was
right.
Like 80 steps for the yum yum.
Yeah.
sauce.
I mean, he took off for the yum yum sauce. He did that. But so he now is in his power chair full time, right? And you have, what helps you get out of that power chair if you need to?
I use a Hoyer lift that
What's its name?
I name it Henry
There we
at
go.
the school, but at home I name mine Henrietta. It helps me get into my bed so I can have comfortable sleep in there.
And it's comfortable for you to stretch out a little bit, right?
Yes.
And the wheelchair is nice because he can get positioned at school without having to get out of his wheelchair. Although you used to have a nap chair, but now you just nap in this now because it's easier.
It's easier and
Chair.
He does. He has a nap built into his schedule because he gets tired, don't you?
yes.
And the nap makes him a better human in the afternoon if he doesn't have it, just like all of us.
I think a nap makes everybody a better human in the afternoon.
Yeah, I need that rest sometimes.
The Reliable Drug and Alcohol Testing Clinic is a leading provider and convenient source of pre-employment and occupational type testing. Their clinic provides services to a wide range of private businesses, healthcare facilities, and municipal and county courts. Reliable is an independent, locally owned clinic. As a result, they provide their services at a lower cost than the major hospitals, have faster turnaround times on test results, and eliminate the long waits typically incurred at these larger facilities. To learn more, visit reliabledrugtest.com.
Word has it, you two went on a little trip recently into a special little place called Washington, D.C. What was that like for you?
It was really cool.
I'm gonna use the word adventurous.
Adventure.
Yes.
So it was
And a learning experience.
learning experience. Exactly. Anytime you travel, it's a learning experience. What did you learn specifically on your adventure out there?
Now, this is a two-part question.
Yeah.
So, are you talking about on the flight part or after the
Let's
flight?
start with the flight, because that seems to be a good place to
Yes.
begin the story.
Well, I can tell you that Dayton International Airport staff do not listen to you're laughing, but I'm so serious.
I believe
They
it.
I've
do
flown
not
many
listen
times.
to specific instructions because, well, first of all, let me back up and say I am a graduate of the University of Vermont Lynn program, and in the Lynn program, we have a curriculum where we have where we're supposed to learn about disability and policy. So there is a seminar called the Disability and Policy Seminar that individuals are supposed to go to in person. Well, they ended up not having anyone be able to go, but I ended up being able to go because I received, when you are a participant in the LEND program, and it stands for Leadership, Education, Neurodevelopmental Disabilities. When you are
The students in that program, are you talking about the stipend that you should have received?
I'm trying to think of my specific title. When you are a self-advocate trainee, most individuals have live on a fixed income budget, and because of me living on the budget, they had to pay me my stipend, and this is about I want to say about a $4,000 stipend.
So most students who are in the LIN program get a stipend for taking all of the classes, but because
Yes.
you receive SSI, okay, you weren't able to collect the money like everybody else did in your class.
I
all the
had
other
to
students.
take it. I had to get the maximum of amount that an individual can receive, and that is no more than $85 in a month.
So that it didn't mess with the benefits you were receiving. So she had this lump sum of money that was sitting over here. So the LIN program paid for her, and
So with that being said, we came up with a plan that we would use my stipend money to pay for me to go to the disability and policy seminar.
Gotcha.
Now comes the education. Well, now comes back to the question that you asked. So we arranged, everything was arranged. We left here on March the 27th, and I actually almost did not get to go on the trip because Dayton International Airport staff, well, no, not the airport staff, the airline staff that we took did not listen to the accommodations that we'd asked for. I used a piece of equipment called a sit-to-stand Sarah lift, which is a piece of equipment that allows me to stand on it for transferring purposes. We gave them this specific information with everything that they asked for, measurements, and all different kind of stuff. So when I went to get on the plane, I wheeled down to the opening of the plane. They put me in the aisle chair. I almost slid out of the aisle chair because me being a big person, they did not make sure that I was secure in the chair. Second of all, they put us on a small plane. They had to re-accommodate a passenger because they wanted to put a physically disabled person in the back of the plane, and they had to re-accommodate a person that was in first class because the plane was too small, and that was the only way that I was going to get to go because the aisle was too small for me to even turn the corner. So when I say it was a very adventurous part of the trip, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
That's
then,
a very kind way to put it, too.
So then,
you made it into DC, and then what happened? Trying to get to the hotel.
oh, our adventurous journey continues. So then, we get to the DC airport, and I find out that they take my chair off the plane and they disconnect the battery from they disconnect the battery from my chair.
What?
So I was literally stuck in the airport for a long time.
You were there for a couple hours.
To make it more interesting, I almost had to spend the night in the airport. But that wasn't the reason. The reason was because when I travel, at the time, I have to take a large, the Sarah is not a compact piece of equipment, and then I have to take a shower chair.
And your power chair, so having an accessible van to get from the airport
and
to the hotel.
Whoa.
It took so long for me to get from the airport from the airplane drop-off part to the part for me to get a accessible vehicle, that it was about 2:00 in the morning before me and my staff went to bed. Then.
But you made it.
Yes, we finally made it. Okay, then the journey continues because the next morning, I wake up to take a shower. I get out of the shower. We roll me out of the shower, and then guess what? The shower chair wheel breaks.
Oh my goodness.
And mind you, we are in DC for 3 days. So, I don't even remember how.
I think we taped it, didn't we? And we made it work until you could get back home.
I don't even remember how I took a shower the other 2 days because it was literally unsafe. So I can't
use
even
tape,
remember.
was it duct tape? That way,
Yes,
Mandy got you hooked up somehow.
And I thank God for Chelsea's boyfriend because she went to his house and borrowed his duct tape to be able to.
We had a couple things. So she had a group home staff that was with her who she's roomed with. I was off site and just got to come to the conference every day. So I had a vehicle there. So I had a lot more wiggle room to kind of get out and get stuff, whatever they needed to try and help.
And she went to his house and borrowed the duct tape. And thank God that she did, because I don't know how that shower chair would have came back today.
But what a cool experience. Like, I know it was crazy and wild while you were there trying to make everything fit and work together.
Yeah.
And being in a big city, how different is that compared to what we're used to here in Dayton, Ohio?
Okay.
THS Remote Supports is clearly focused on improving independent living through dynamic and personalized services. Their systems have been carefully developed and perfected to ensure that everyone receives the best care through the least intrusive means possible. Located in Cincinnati, Ohio, they've spent over 20 years providing in-home supports to individuals with disabilities. If you or someone you know is looking for a remote service provider, go to thsrss.com or call 513-882-9088.